Okay, so first, is there like anything
Hmm?
anything you think is like really majorly worth noting, or like anything
Majorly worth noting, as in like
as
a
in like
disclaimer, as in
oh, I felt like I missed a lot of my pulses, or I felt like their backline got peeled too much and I died because of that, like shit like that, like just in
I
general
I
things you
think in
felt
general,
that went wrong for you.
I could have played health packs better for sure. Like I forgot where like I think the mini towards like bottom bridge was. Forget
Mm-hmm.
where that was. I think I had a tough time properly contesting. I mean, I did contest the mega a bunch, and I used that fucking hub area, I guess, somewhat. But
Yeah.
generally, when they were around the robot, I had a tough time picking a spot where I could like jump him and get a decent like fight from, like the side towards mega,
Yeah.
to towards the robot point where there's like the massive hallway. That is a pretty important fucking thing, and I think I could get better at that. But yeah, tough time picking out targets from that sort of area, I guess.
Okay.
So
Sure. Um okay, the first thing I'll say, this is just a so this is a final rollout here. This is what I used to do, just coming here through the door, and what I did was like I'd break the timing
you go
because
from the
Tracer's
side on
really
the right side
fast. Yeah, and then I'd like sit
instead.
here and then play like an off angle so they don't see you when they walk out. What I do
Mhm.
now though is so one thing you can actually do is if you go all the way over here and
Sure.
if you jump off, you can actually double blink onto this ledge here
Oh, really?
and get here before everyone else does. And I really like this position because first of all, no one's really gonna know you're here because in order for them to clear it, they have to walk all the way past. Um, Same goes for this side. It's really good for checking people who want to go for an early flank because they're gonna like come up here and they're just not gonna see you, and you can get a clip for free. But that's just like a small thing. This is fine to roll out here. All right, it's fine. Just checking the Winston. Okay.
It's a little laggy for me, by the way, the stream. Wait.
I can restart it. I can restart it. It always does
I
this.
think I think it has to. We can like I'll just join you in like a call. I'll join you in a call and then make it like NA East, because I think we're on European fucking
Okay, sure.
servers. So I'll just call you up. All right. Wait, and then US East will not be laggy anymore.
Yeah, so let's get back a bit. So the first phase of the game is like the first thing that I always do is really important is to just scout the comp before anything else. So you know they have a monkey, Zen, Genji. You heard Hanzo, and
At that
then
point, I think yeah.
yeah. So we know
We even had an
where
Ana as
everyone
well.
is.
Ana as well.
Yeah. So this is fine. Okay, this one like your Sonic, you fall back. That's all right. You kind of have to triple blink there, but honestly, that's a win already because they used Sonic on you in the side room and Genji dashed on you. So one thing that's after watching the game from your stream, I'll say like this is going to be a really common sort of uh way to
Criticism.
view the game is like
Okay.
you sort of play this game like it's an FPS, which it is, but I think a good way to like it makes a lot of things make a lot more sense if you think of Overwatch as a MOBA with FPS elements. So I said like this is a good trade for you because you get Genji dash out and you get Sonic out and you're just out for free. Like your blinks come back pretty fast. So that's something that's gonna be a recurring theme is playing around cooldowns because that's so this is fine. Again, you can tell this is low rank because or like a lower rank because look at when you show just how much commitment goes onto the tracer for absolutely no reason. Genji dashes again, right? The monkey jumps. Obviously, like the monkey was behind payload, and you got a good angle on him and got some good damage there. But that's like something that wouldn't really have a higher level game. But so like, I guess off of that, like, it's you shouldn't ever feel bad about like getting a lot of cooldowns out and then being forced to fall back, because like that in itself is a win. So this is all good. This is a good follow up on the Zen here. Good follow up on supports. Right. This is good. Keep going. Keep going. You kill this Genji as well. Very nice. Okay. At this point, the fight is over because their queen is back. Like their whole team is here. You're not getting any more kills. So
yeah, I'm trying to bait the ball to getting some fucking pulse percentage here, and then I just fall back. I'm pretty sure. That's
yeah.
the main idea here.
If I remember correctly, though, I think you stay like a little too long.
Maybe.
So
maybe because the ball fucking was staying here too as well, but I guess he can do that since he's a tank.
Yeah. So with the continuing with the theme of like thinking of this game as more of a MOBA, one thing you can think of fights as like having stages, right? So you have like the neutral phase where everyone's just kind of poking, right? Maybe like trying to take a little space and see what the other team is going to give you. And then like once there's like there's normally like an initiation, like a ball slam or something, or like an ante, right? And then the fight starts, quote unquote. A lot of the times like there will be a pick or something, like the fight will decisively end a lot of the time. And then that sort of devolves into, okay, now we chase staggers, now we take the space and be aggressive. And then like at some point the fight ends. So after this Genji dies, the fight is completely over. It's just you and Ball, like you guys did your job, you got your value. Cool. And now it's time to like just think about the transition back into the next neutral, which is like you should be thinking about, where do I want to be for the next fight? And so I guess like a question I want to ask you is, based off of what's going on right here, right, and the fight is over, where is the next fight gonna happen? Where do you think the next fight is gonna happen?
Like we're gonna be below bridge and they're gonna be fucking above it, likely.
So
see the robot right now. I don't know where it's at exactly.
Okay, yeah. So you're saying like their team is gonna be around here, right? And your team, the robot will probably like, let's say it's just gonna get to like, it won't get too much farther.
Yeah,
It'll get to like right here, or maybe a little farther ahead. Okay, cool. So knowing that their team is going to be positioned here, like on the bridge area, your core, like your back line, is probably going to be like around the bot. They're going to want to be playing around cover, like these pillars and shit. And then your ball is just looking for an engage somewhere. So if you could like pick yourself up, let's say the fight is about to happen here, right? Everyone is where we said they were. If you could pick yourself up and copy paste yourself anywhere on the map for this next fight, where would you put yourself?
So the way I played it was towards the mini on the stairs there.
Yeah.
In the blue area, but probably not where I'm supposed to be. I'm assuming I would just be playing the sides here and like looking out for targets, like little ability cues and stuff, and then try to fucking get the best target, get a kill, get out of there.
So
just
like
an east side area here. So like the blue mini, for example, is where I played in this game. But
so yeah, over here I think. Okay,
yeah.
so if you could like go back and then pick a different spot, where would you pick? There's no like right or wrong answer.
I didn't even. I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even consider the high ground on the right in like that little window, but that'd be pretty good to fucking somehow get there now.
Yeah, that's where I would go, because you're already here, and the pathing is really simple. You can just hold like your blinks and stuff.
Yeah,
you
then
just
you get
walk
the
over here,
fucking vehicle back up to high ground, and then you're chilling. Like if you're going for something like that, that's a way safer spot.
Exactly.
I just didn't pay attention when I was actually playing the game to every single like position, but yeah, that is the ideal spot, and I played towards the mini, which at least there's a health pack there to fucking play around.
Yeah. It's not like the worst spot, but in comparison, like you know, I won't like
positionally. This is way better. Like,
exactly, and for pretty obvious reasons, we don't need to really get into it. Like it's just it's high ground. It's like a safe place to recall, and it's way harder to get isolated. It's way harder to get pushed and isolated. This is another spot I think is good. Right here.
I thought about it too, because there's like, well, like it depends on how they would be playing, I guess. In that situation, like when they're playing bridge, they could be having like people fucking come through here, and I mean in this case I would be going back here and I would be here first before him, so I could like isolate that spot as well. So I guess in this case it'd be good too, but
yeah.
yeah.
So the thinking like that I go through when I'm trying to figure out what position I want to play, like so with your comp, right? Your job is sort of like mostly to be following up off of your balls and gauges. And we just talked about how like the bot is going to be around here. The next fight is probably going to be around this area. And if you think about that, like, where's the ball gonna slam? You know, like if someone drops off, like if someone makes a mistake and drops off high ground, the ball is slamming them for sure. That's like a free kill. And it's like, well, what are good positions to follow up on the slam? This is a really good position to follow up on the slam. So is that one. Here, not so much to like follow up on a slam, right? So that's just like a, you know, an easy like heuristic, I guess, to think about where you want to put yourself. It's like, where does my ball want to go? See, like so, for example, this is just like how much alt charge did you get off that? Like practically zero.
No,
This is just
that was the idea.
Yeah.
That was the original idea, but then I
like you could have gotten logged there. That's safe, but like not only that, like you sort of like didn't really do much with that time. Also, you like telegraphed your pathing, and now the other team knows you're in this mini. Right? And you get Sonicked. Cool, it's a... This, okay, yeah. So again, if you were... if you... Yep.
Okay, whatever. I'm just not gonna respond to this. Yeah, so I challenged someone to do the 5 stages of B0 Beta 6, and they've done like every jump with the rockets in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Instead of actually doing it. So that conversation is just over. Okay, I'm focused now. You can go back like 20 seconds because I haven't seen like this engagement here. Whatever happened.
Yeah. So
I think here I fucking realized how dumb of an idea that was to like peek out there, and I just like fucking recalled back to not die.
Yeah. Again, if you were like
impatient,
if you're thinking, it's not so much about patience, it's more so thinking about where do I want to take the engagement. If you like had in your mind like the fact that I'm going off of my balls initiation, and I want to take like the next engagement like here or around the general area, you wouldn't be like committing for, or not committing, but like you wouldn't be going in for this Hanzo kill, which is never gonna happen. It's just like way too far forward. So yeah, this is definitely just, that kill is not happening. And now you burn recall, you get antied. Yeah, and you end up dying because of it. So that definitely
wasn't too hard on what the ball was doing.
Yeah.
Letting them walk up to the bridge essentially, and just like taking that fight after they're already like established on the angle more.
Yeah.
This was like all over the place basically. That's how I saw it when I died.
And I think one thing that's important to note is like, after like you realize you misplayed, you kind of just sent it. You use like all your blinks and recalled, and it's like, if you realize you are not taking the best fight, or oh, this fight isn't happening, this skill isn't happening, it's totally fine to just like dip out, right? And like, like you'll see sometimes I do these funny recalls where I'll like, sometimes I'll just recall for positioning, where I'll like blink forward and fish for like a kill or like a cooldown or something, and once I see like, oh, this isn't happening at all, I'll just instantly recall just for positioning to get back to where I was before.
Yeah, I honestly expected the recall to take me back further, but it's just fucking, I'm still in the middle.
Yeah.
I don't know how back like the recall goes. It's like a second, 2 seconds, I don't remember.
No.
So yeah, this is fine. As you realize that your ball died, there's no engagements going to happen. See, like, here's the thing is you know, like, this is what you're supposed to be playing for, right? But it's like, sometimes it's useful to like verbalize it and just really fucking like drill it, that you have like a very concrete idea of like, oh, I need to play around like this way around these certain things, because you know that you can't go in because your ball is dead. So like, if you just take that idea or that way of thinking and just like apply it further, you'll come to like these conclusions about where you want to be positioned really naturally.
I mean, I'm positioning here essentially because it's like high ground. And there's a fucking
Yeah.
health
See,
pack.
this is good positioning right here, and no reason to really poke here. You're not like yeah, this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Wait, where's your ball actually? But
I think Bolo's just coming back.
yeah, so I think your ball is still kind of out of the. Or yeah, he's like just arriving, but like he's going in for grapple. So this is just sort of like
I think I tried to go for a shitty pulse here or some shit. Huh? Is it though?
Okay, wait, let me rewatch this. So, first of all, what prompted you to drop off high ground? Is it just the fact that you had pulse and you wanted to look for it?
I don't remember at this point. I think I misplayed by dropping that. Just
Yeah.
straight up like no thought. I'm stuck being fucked against you. No, I think so what I was doing I think was essentially because I was waiting on high ground, waiting for like them to like burn some sort of ability so I could go like pick a target and go for something when my ball is back. But I think I got impatient and like I wanted to force some fucking cooldowns off of him. So I just dropped down like a fucking dumbass. And then I realized that I had pulse, but I think I fuck it up on the Junker Queen here.
Yeah.
You're muted? Oh fuck, I didn't realize. One sec. Yeah, I didn't realize that I was muted. My bad. Okay. Well, anyway, I think I missed the next pulse bomb on the Junker Queen. I saw that she was like half health. I wanted to like commit to getting that kill since Ana is not focused on. Healers are not focused on it right now, but yeah, it's a missed pulse and it just goes to shit from there. If I remember correctly.
Okay. So before you even pulse, first things first, do you know if they have Suzu or not?
I'm pretty sure they had it at this point.
Okay.
They may have used it in the fucking fight. I'm just like remembering or like telling you how I remember it from the game.
Yeah,
I'm not,
yeah.
like,
We
paying
can
attention to the
rewatch
ability.
it.
They may have used it there when the ball was up.
Also, nano something to look out for, but they nano bladed, so it's whatever. That one's like you don't really have to worry about that. That's like just even I don't really track that shit. That's like super micro. So that's nano blade. Oh, not a bad pulse to go for, honestly, and
I don't think she had Suzu.
so yeah, I think it's like it is important to track Suzu for sure. But one small note I'll add is like don't be too afraid of just pulsing even if they have Suzu. Especially like if you know where the Curie is. Like if the Curie is really far away, for example, you can go for pulse even if she has Suzu. And sometimes it's worth it just to get Suzu out for pulsing. So if you see like a like this is a good
Suzu is, you think it's worth to use a pulse bomb for a Suzu out?
Yes, in certain cases. I have had scrims where this exact situation has happened where I've had my coach tell me just pulse if you see a good pulse, even if it gets Suzu'd, right? Like let's put it this way, if you can hit a guaranteed pulse, get Suzu out, force a reaction, it's better than just missing your pulse, right? And all that downtime where you're holding your pulse, like this could be time where you're recharging your pulse as well. So this is not a bad pulse to go for. The main reason is like the JQ is not looking at you. That's a very, very important like and we'll see this in the later pulses, why they're bad. A lot of the time it's because they're just looking at you and they're like kind of telegraphed. So it's the pulse. It's not a bad pulse to go for. Nanoblade is always very scary because it just like one-shots you. So in terms of the JQ not looking at you and it being a decent target, half HP, good pulse. They were blading though, so that is like definitely scary to go for. I don't know if you had recall
like,
up
in the same fucking second though, literally as I'm going for it.
Yeah. I would get like honestly this isn't a bad pulse to go for. Like I would probably do the same thing because you also had recall up, so I totally understand like the play is like oh, I'm gonna blink pulse, recall, get out, and then get this secure this kill in the JQ. So yeah.
Yeah, I didn't recall out because I wanted to do fucking extra shit, but I ended up missing the pulse.
So
and
it's
like, oh,
yeah, it is a little unfortunate that the Genji was just like there to slash you at
yeah,
that time.
Fucking adapt quickly enough.
Okay. So real quick, we won't like do it as long as last time. Where's the next fight happening?
If I can, they're pushing us right now, but like essentially, I wanted to just cross to the bridge and then play from the same little angle with the health back there.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's gonna be on the bridge again.
Yeah.
They're just taking some like early fucking aggression here on the stairs.
Even if it doesn't end up happening, just having an idea of where you want to take a fight is like, ooh, again.
Yeah, that's fucked
just
up.
Yeah, like there's just like no, you know, again, if you had this idea of where's the fight gonna happen, you wouldn't have made this play. That's what I'll say.
I think I wanted to get on top of the train, but I fucked it up.
Yeah.
Well.
Oh my god, I love that. I love that audio bug so much. It's great. Let me do this real quick. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, the transforcing with Zen is, yeah, I get that. But...
And this fight is kind of sloppy, so this is fine to try and just get back into the fight here. Hanzo is half. Ooh. Get recall forced.
There's a guy in chat backseating your fucking coaching. I'm gonna fucking ban him in a sec, I think. That was a blind blink, I'd say. You did blink there without purpose, I'd say. Yes, we are aware of that, both of us. Thank you, though.
Okay, so what happened here? So this is fine, like, coming into the fight. Hanzo is half. You kind of don't really have blinks, so it's hard for you to, like, commit to a kill. If you had 3 blinks there, like, that Hanzo's dead. But that's not, like, you know, really your fault, because you just want to get back in the fight. Again, you kind of just... When shit gets, like, messy, I kind of notice this pattern of you just dropping main and, like, walking to where the fighting is. So, like, here, for example...
That's impatience. That's what I'm telling you. I'm not waiting for the fight.
Yeah, impatience. You're kind of on bot, like you're on bot here, and just look at like all the angles like you're exposed to, right?
Yeah.
It's just I won't harp on it. It's just a bad position. You know why it's a bad position. We don't need to go over it anymore. It's just kind of an autopilot-y play. You get recall forced. This is very committal. You have no resources here.
I know.
Yeah, this is good. I like this. I like the fact that after you killed the JQ, you instantly went to go cut off this Genji. That's really good. That's you recognizing that the fight is over because you have like a man advantage, and as soon as you realize that, you instantly transition to cutting off rotations.
The only way I thought of it was like, okay, I know the Genji's gonna be running back when his team dies, so I can cut him off like quicker if I just go to the left. That's like the only way I thought about it. But I guess so.
Yeah, that's
gotta apply that MOBA mindset.
And yeah, you get a free kill because of it. You see how like for a lot of these kills, it's like you never had to. Almost every single kill so far has never been you forcing like a hard duel with someone and then like making some outplay. It's always been
just me being a fucking aim tard, honestly. Like I just want to shoot at things. And
yeah.
Even if I gotta wait for the fights more. That's why I'm saying like it's an impatience thing. Is literally like instead of having the people come to me, I essentially just go to them, and then fucking that shit's like that's the reason I die most of the time.
Exactly. Like every single kill you've gotten has been mechanically so fucking easy. You killed like a slammed Zen, you killed like a slammed Genji that are just like floating in the fucking air, right? And there's a reason why you're getting those kills and not these kills where you're trying to take hard duels.
Yeah. There's a reason behind every death as well, and that is literally that. I'm fucking going for these kills instead of letting them. I got slept.
Again, yeah, you played that same position and then you kind of went to the same spot. You got slept. Yeah, it's.
I could have played the corner, then waited out a little longer, for Diana to like fucking move forward. But
again,
yeah, this just fucking annoyed me.
In this case, this position it's a bit different because like, again, the fight is happening in a different spot now. Because the bot is all the way over here. If your healers were like, you know, they could play for some different spots. Like Bap has the jump, so he can maybe try and like control this high ground. But a lot of the time, like when the bot gets underneath, your healers will want to just play around here, right? And since the bot is all the way up here, like an engage might happen here, it might happen back there, it might happen on the bridge. So the spot is definitely like way better than it was before. It is definitely a bit unfortunate you got slept by the Ana. We'll say like if you're just gonna play here, like you could just sit on the left here, right?
Yeah. In the corner, like just stay there and wait.
Instead of sitting on the stairs, yeah.
The fight to actually take some sort of shape and actually like have them go to a angle where they're gonna set up the fight and then work from there. I just fucking was too exposed for them walking out.
Yeah.
I don't remember what happens here.
Okay. Actually, I don't even know.
Some chat a little bit here.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't see. Okay, so you're down to this point, right? What phase of the fight is this in?
Oh, this is after the fight.
This is after the fight. Yeah, you're right. Your team has lost this fight, so since that's the case, like you just want to be thinking.
I don't know exactly when I zoom back, but I do go back.
This is fine. Like slowing the card a little. Yeah, this is okay. But, like totally fine.
Yeah,
Oh, you fluff your blinks a little bit. Oof.
And here's where the fucking don't remember where the fucking health back is. So I'm like,
yeah.
okay, well, next one, mini, I guess. Fuck it, safe. Wait, I can actually go mid. Fuck it, let's go mid.
Yeah.
No, actually, is it this part?
One thing I'll say is like you don't always have to go play around packs. I think I mentioned it like in one of my tracer videos as well. I was like,
rely on the healer. Yeah.
Rely on the healers. Take resources. You can just run to like. I would just be running to my Moira or something.
Contesting here still, so then I'm like, oh well, fucking.
Yeah, and you do end up just.
Wait for the heal. Yep. Wait for the heal.
So. Again, same issue here. Won't even pause it. This is just a bad angle when you could be up there. You're just not really thinking about where the fight is gonna happen. So like if you're up there, right, when that slam happens, you just blink once, you're on top of the Hanzo, so you just like destroy him with dinks, he probably dies. Yeah, bad pulse. And I noted before, like you miss this pulse not cause you're like bad at hitting pulses. You miss this pulse because this is just not a good pulse to go for. Like Hanzo sees you, right? Hanzo also has leap. You can easily just disengage, and yeah, it's just hard.
Used just before this, no? That's
not sure. Did he use leap before?
I don't remember. I think he may have.
Yeah, I think he leaped there, and he actually ends up dodging your pulse because of the leap. He like creates a lot of separation, and this pulse ends up missing. Another nano blade. This reaction here, this is the right reaction to have to trade backlines when they nano blade. Unfortunately, your ball is just kind of out of the fight, so I don't blame you for having this reaction. But this is what I mean. You don't have recall, right? And you're kind of in a shitty spot. As soon as the Hanzo turns for you, you should be like, oh fuck, I'm dead. I need to get out. And you do end up making it out alive, though. Okay, now the fight is so fucking separated. This is fine to distract the Moira for a bit.
For the fucking the thingy there, so I fucking went for it instead, but he has all over the place.
One thing that like, so this position wasn't like the best. We'll go back, but like, this position wasn't the best. But one thing that you did do well is like, a lot of the times you get kills because you're playing like across from your ball. You're sort of playing like, one thing that's really good about Tracer is that you can take angles that like you normally wouldn't be able to play with other characters. And you really want to abuse the fact that you can make these really fucking dangerous crossfires for the other team. You'll see what happens like in this fight, you'll win this fight because you're playing in a way that is like creates a lot of crossfires with the ball. So for example, it's like this slam here, you and the ball are coming from different angles. The ball is coming from the right and you're coming from here, and this creates like two different angles. And then you'll see like as a fight devolves, right? No one is looking at you because you're coming from an off angle. You're playing, you're playing cross from your team, who is like all the way over there. Your ball's over there and you're over here. And then there's like a fucking turret main and a turret high ground. Just you're making another angle for the team to worry about. And that's one of the main reasons why you end up winning this fight. So like your ball ends up getting afterwards because of this play here. This is a good play because the Genji gets pressured really fucking hard because you're like taking this off angle against the Moira and she like just has to address you, right? Like that Genji is 1 HP, gets deflect forced out, right? And you guys end up cleaning up the kills. This guy just doesn't have deflect, he is so fucked, right? Moira got all her shit pressured out, right? Genji got his shit pressured out, free kills. This is fine. Ooh, okay. Yeah, a little more autopiloting. A little more autopiloting. You get the kill here because your Moira comes flank Coles. Chasing again. This is fine. Cutting out Ana. Ooh, you have to be a little cautious about that Genji. But yeah. See, like now since the bot is up here, you can get way more value from this angle because the fight, you're positioning yourself based around where the fight's happening.
I literally I remember that I misclicked like shift or some shit here and I dash forward.
Yeah, this is just that's just a yellow pulse.
That's just a fucking pulse. That wasn't the thing that I was thinking.
There's a bit of a yellow pulse. So there's Caesar. No fade. Okay, I'm not sure what that was. Because you're not getting that kill, so.
Dude, I don't remember what the fuck, like what to do in this.
What the?
This was
some more cooldowns for fun?
Really weird. I think it was mainly like the call was like, okay, well the tank is just here for no fucking reason. Go back to card, I guess, and fight the rest of the team.
Yeah.
But I wasn't sure what to do with this situation because there was like 2 people in the fucking doorway for no reason, and I think I ended up fighting them with the ball instead, and then just like going back, and I then realized like, why are we fucking fighting these guys in the first place?
Yeah, exactly. Like I don't want to sound like a Birkin record, but again, if you're thinking about where the fight's happening, you would not be in this position. Shout and Suzu out. Ooh. So again, with the cooldowns thing, right? Like Shout and Suzu just got forced out. This is the time for a hit, right? This is the time to be looking for like a hit as in like an engagement. It's just another word for engagement.
But not here.
Not here, exactly. Look at where your ball is going. Your ball has the right idea.
That was the call. I said like, yeah, they're fucking like.
Oh, okay.
The tank is still on me for no reason. Fucking, why are we fighting these guys? Just get on point and fight them there because the tank is out of the fight. So,
yeah,
like,
that's a good call. For sure.
I'll get the health packs and get some more time off of him. He realizes that too, so he goes back to the team, and that's like, you guys keep all fighting, go back. They pop fucking everything. I'm just looking for the follow up on the slam. If he doesn't get a slam now, so then it like falls apart from here. We take the robot from them, and I think we did.
Yeah. This is one of those I'm just recalling for positioning kind of moments. I think like.
You think so? I think I would just.
Like you're just walking. I'm just instant recalling there, because like. You're gonna get 100 and you're gonna get 110 health back. You're gonna recall over there, and you can try and get out. This is just kind of, I guess maybe not positioning, but it's just a little sketch, like being on 40 HP here and just trying to read your recall and blink out. But again, like, you were still kind of in main, right? Like, this might seem like a really long rotation, and it kind of is a long rotation. But like, one place you could potentially go is like, you could have, since you sort of committed to getting the mega, you could have like went all the way around through here and just went up to high ground. And
isn't the next fight gonna happen like in the middle of that thing though? Like, isn't that kind of a stretch to go for that?
that's why I said it's a bit of a long rotation. But like, the thing is, you kind of stayed and poked around for a bit. That's the thing. So like, so here's happens. You get out. You end up grabbing the mega. And then, but the thing is, like, after you grab the mega, like, let's see, like 1, 2. I mean, I can just like look at the fucking timer. I'm just stupid. Like, you kind of just like waffle around for a bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're kind of waffling. Or yeah, I guess the fight does end up happening. Up here. What was I? Maybe I was thinking of another fight. Okay, yeah, never mind. Just ignore that. You're right. The fight, they're pushing the bot. You need to get back. But
this is just.
Yeah, what happened here? So this is fine. Pathing. Ooh, but yeah, I don't know why you're turning around. Again, you could just go all the way around, make that rotation.
I was worried that I was not gonna like do shit with balls together, but yeah, could just come back to the high ground and have a better angle there.
Oof.
놈들을 막을 때가 왔다.
But yeah, you're kind of just like poking in main. You don't really get any value for poking from that range, and like meanwhile the Kyrie can just dink you.
Move up with the robot so fucking quickly.
Yeah. So,
I was trying to get like a closer angle on him, but honestly, probably just
like,
not safe.
You might not. Oh, you actually do know about this rotation actually. So yeah, one rotation you can make is this one. Another rotation you can make is just go all the way around. Like, if you want to take a closer angle, one thing you could do is blink across the main, go around here, and then go underneath. This is a really fucking annoying angle because the supports want to play around this area and use the cover. So this is like a really fucking annoying angle for them to deal with. This is just... I don't even blame you for this death. Like, why the fuck is the Genji chasing you there? I don't know.
She got one framed. I don't even know where it came from, I'll be honest.
Like, I don't blame you for this one, because, like... Or I guess he saw you burn recall, actually, so... But to commit dash on that is kind of YOLO, not gonna lie, from him. You had blinks up, like, that's just... yeah. Follow up on the slam. Really small thing. I like the fact that you tucked yourself behind cover right here, waited for the slam, and then blinked out like diagonally, and then shot at them. That's good. Just yeah, tuck behind cover, wait for the engage. Again, creating a cross. You're shooting them in the back. That's super good. Really good blink here.
Miss a bunch of shit here though.
This is fine though.
I wasn't
like,
sure if I should go for Kree there, get separated, so I go for the Kree, but I'm like, okay, it's more traceable.
Yeah, 100%. Nice. You got 3 kills there, right? Not because you're insane mechanically. Every single blink that was this sequence. I want you to play these 15 seconds. I want you to play like these 15 seconds just all the fucking time, because this was perfect, right? You tuck yourself behind cover, ball slams, blink, follow up on the engage. You make another good blink, right? You took 0 damage during this whole time because you're always playing proper angles that are across from them, right? Making these really annoying crossfires, and you're always like not the center of attention of these fights. Like, you're always playing out of main or out of their LOS. So really fucking good.
Oh, here's the fucking fat finger part, I think. If I'm playing the same angle again, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, I don't remember if I meant to. I think I meant to blink backwards there.
Yeah.
Actually. And I just didn't recover.
I don't mind this. If you think the next fight's gonna happen around here, this is fine to talk and look for follow-up on a slam. Yeah, cleared though. But did the Genji dash there? Did the Genji dash on you? Yeah, again, you just get dash out for free. It's fine.
Mine, this is fucking annoying.
Oh, again. Ooh. Like, you peek main for 1 second, bam. You're instantly, like, recalls force instantly. Yeah.
I don't even know how to fucking cremate it out of the mines, I'll be honest.
And then, yeah. So, the main takeaways from this for me is you don't really think about, like, is like transitioning from thinking about the game in terms of like just more of an like arena FPS where shit is just happening constantly and it's just like you gotta out mechanics people, to more of like a MOBA where fights have like different stages and you want to like always be thinking about where you want to fight, right? Setting yourself up for the fight that is going to happen, not just sort of like autopiloting. That's like my main takeaway from this, because I think like 90% of the decisions that ended up getting you killed, you wouldn't have made them if you were thinking like that. I don't know. What do you think?
I mean, I think all the devs have explanation to them, and all the fucking the moments where shit worked out have a, you know, their own little things like the blinks and everything. I knew that those were like the right place for the times, but the moments where it's like there's like downtime between fights is I think where I struggle.
Yeah.
Between actual fights, like team engagements, where you know, like every single time there isn't anything going on team versus team wise, and there's like kind of this downtime where you like set up and you actually wait for something to happen, and then go off of that, not wait for something to happen as in like individually, like one of your teammates does something and then you like try to follow up on that. Like what you're saying is like the fights have like a certain set place for each part of the game, and you know I'm aware of that. It's more like I wasn't applying it to my gameplay, I guess, as much because I would be thinking that I'm supposed to be doing something, be like active on the map in some sort of sense, but the way that I was being active wasn't necessarily what I was supposed to be doing in the given time. Like for example, like trying to force cooldowns off of people and stuff, but I burn my own cooldowns, which take fucking longer to regen as well.
Yeah.
So that's like not what I'm supposed to be doing.
And yeah, and positioning yourself and playing around these like timings for when engagements happen doesn't necessarily mean you have to play passively. Again, during this neutral phase, like I mentioned before, one thing that teams will be doing is like poking and prodding and trying to take angles that are strong, right? Using their resources to set themselves up in these angles. So this didn't really happen a lot in the game, but like in between these fights, there like the little skirmishes that happen, the trades of like cooldowns and stuff, they happen because the teams are trying to fight for positions like this, right? So it's like just cause you're not like triple blinking onto a Hanzo hitting a sick fucking one clip on him, like doesn't mean like you're just AFK. Like during this downtime, it's like if you know you'll be a lot of the time you'll be sort of trading resources to try and put yourself in this position, because it didn't really happen in this game, but in most games, you know, if you're on Tracer, the other team is going to try and contest you and not let you put yourself in these really good positions. Yeah. I guess Besides that, the one thing I'll say, this fight right here, play like this every single fucking time. You're so good, like when... I noticed you got a ton of kills whenever, like, fights devolve and people are isolated. Because you always, like, you always end up finding, like, the right routing to get to these isolated targets and chase staggers and stuff. So you can kind of, like, apply that to, try and, like, apply that to, like, regular fights as well.
Regular fights.
Yeah.
When there's regular fights, there's so many fucking things that I try to keep track of that just...
Yeah, it's hard for sure. It's hard for sure. So, yeah.
I end up tunnel visioning a lot because of, I guess the different mindsets that I have for each part of the game, like each state of the game, so like neutral state and stuff. Like I'll tunnel vision on like a single fucking kill and like go super deep, not like completely disregarding the position of like that Genji, for example, when I was chasing Diana. Like I figured that was gonna be the correct play if my team, for example, like fails to kill her there, which you know, it sometimes happens when there's like a fucking target that's being chased like half health, Ana has a nade, drops a nade on herself, gets like is able to get out. So I'm like isolating that escape path specifically in case my team fucking like fucks up and doesn't kill her. But like I thought that was the correct thing, but like the Genji was there, for example, he could have easily fucking like one frame me like he did before when I burned Blink.
Yeah.
Or like not Blink but Recall, and I had Blinks there. But you get what I mean? Like I do tunnel vision too hard on certain things in different stages of the game, not taking everything into consideration like I should be. But yeah, I think like you said, the main takeaway is like just thinking of the states of the game, and then fucking having a preset idea of what I'm supposed to be doing in that stage of the game exactly, versus kind of like trying to force fights, and then like because of the fact that I'm trying to force fights, I'm like going out of the angle that I'm supposed to be in for when something does potentially happen and like a fight fucking breaks up. I'm in a good spot and I just fuck myself over by like being impatient and just going for it instead of you know, letting the kills come to me. I try to go for the kills, and that's just not gonna happen.
Yeah, sort of like forcing kills instead of like punishing mistakes, right? Tracer is really, really good at punishing mistakes. But anyway, that's all I have. I don't have anything more. Is there, unless there's something?
No, I'll just play Tracer like the next couple weeks that I'll be playing. I'll just try to get like a VOD up and see if I guess improved in those areas. If I put conscious effort into it, I should be able to fucking like keep a lot more things in mind. I think I'll be like hang up on like the stages of the game now and probably mess up like, oh, I thought like a fight was gonna break up, whatever, and then it turns out that like some fucking, it was just some bullshit poking or whatever. Like it's not where it's supposed to be, the fight right now. And then like, oh shit, well I gotta fucking move out of here now. I think I'll be more conscious of what's going on in the game, like the whole picture of the game, not just like what I'm doing, what fucking this one person that I'm fighting with is doing, whatever. I think it's literally just like not playing around my team as much as I should be, or like around both teams at the same time. So I'll try to keep that in mind now, and hopefully there'll be like noticeable improvement. So I don't know if you were recording this. I don't know if like that's the video idea is just like you going over the VOD.
Yeah.
But I think if it is, then it'd be good to have the second VOD from like 3 weeks after or whatever, and then like see like if I improved in those areas and whatnot, so you can have like a more interesting video idea than like, oh well, you shouldn't have gone for that pulse here because it was a dumb mistake. I think that'll make the content better. It's like, I don't know, like a good start for, I guess, your coaching thing would be like actually seeing like the fruit of the labor.
Yeah, we could do that for sure. Anyways, yeah, I think we can just...
Well, I'll keep that in mind. I'll try to keep everything that you've mentioned here and apply it to the game. And within 3 weeks, I should have some sort of VOD that's like good to go over again.
Yeah.
See what kind of knowledge stuck with me. See what I still need to work on, and then fucking go from there, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, sounds good.
Thanks for your time.
Yeah, thanks for volunteering to be the coaching guinea pig.
What about the fucking your teammate? Isn't she gonna like try this as well? Is she down? Did you ask